Peace be upon you all. My name again is Ahmed Sami. I'm coming back to continue our screen readers friendly for your web application and how important is it. We stopped last time where we implemented a standard drop-down menu to be user friendly, screen readers friendly. We will continue by using the model. How can we make our model dialog user friendly? It will be a simple one. Model container. You see this container which contains a model. We give it only role of dialog, so once it's open it will be announced as a dialog. Area model true, so to identify that is a model. Area labeled by, you give it ID for that header, which you can see it, basic model. If this model is doing some message, custom message, you can give it area described by with the dialog message, which you can see it in the model body. Usually this is very famous, especially for confirmation model, removing something, confirming, adding something. So you add the model title header, the model header and the model message. That is a theoretical part, how you can do the model. Let's try to find how can we implement it, how it's implemented already. Underline, closing, underline. As you can see here, we have our model HTML. Here is the model. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Here is the model. We give the container of the model, role of dialog, role true, and area described by, area labeled by. They are most important. Area hidden to hide this, just the div. Here is the bottom. Here is the model title. Here is the ID, example model title, which I have it here for id labeled by. Here is the message, model message, which I have it here. You can see it, model message. That's underlying code, how the model looks like. Let's see it also again, but this time using nvda to start our model.
Speech mode off.
Here is Firefox, and here is our launch model button. Got the focus on it, launch demo model. Enter. You can see you got already everything announced. Launch demo model button, model title, clickable heading, and explaining everything here, header message, model message, and stuff like this. So by this way you got this model announced and the user already knew about the model. For keyboard interaction, usually for close button, close and save, should focus return to launch demo model. So already it's implemented by default, so it come back to launch demo model. So that's for the model. Now we're going to move for something else, not model. Let's just quit our area. Now we'll continue for dynamic content. I'm sorry for that issue, I will explain it now. You have dynamic content, error message, confirming, status, progress bar. All these things are dynamic content which could be hidden. Then in some situation under a specific condition, this content will appear on the screen. If you don't use screen reader, you can notice the content, but if you are screen reader users, you should have some way notification to announce to you the new appearing element of your page. So the content which appear under a certain condition, and we explain its status or error. We give this content role. For example, if it's alert, we give it role of alert. Status, we give it status. Progress bar. You check the role of the content which will appear. You give it area live. We give it area live polite in case if it's not critical information. So you know, we spoke about area live in the second episode of our series, so you can check it. I'm sorry. So here you can see a code sample, but let's by ourselves and not just stand on a code sample. Let's check how it looks like under the line. Here, because I'm using just JavaScript, as you can see, I have a trigger for dynamic. That's on click. I have just here ID for a container, also a spinner Also I have idea for the spinner, but on JavaScript I had to write a script like alert area. I got the container, then I create span. This span I give it ID. I set attribute of the span to be alerting, the class to be class alert. I give it role of alert, area live of polite, text content which will be announced here. Or if you don't have text context, you can give it just area label. It's up to you. Just on toggle, I will append the span to the child to appear. After that, on again toggle, I will just remove this span from the page. It's for the purpose of demonstration only. Also for the spinner, I am doing the same exactly, creating element, appending that element to each other. It was an experimental part. I will leave link to this page on GitHub. You can check it, please. So we keep going. Now we stopped here. Let's check that for using nvda. Here is nvda. Here is
Modal Accessibility Module.
okay, so we keep going. Here, hide and display dynamic content. On enter, you can see here alert dynamic span content. Dynamic span content alert already is the role. If I hide it, there is nothing. It's appear, I got the alert. Hide it, it's appear, I got the alert. When you load your page for first time, you need to inform the user that this page is loading. If you use a span, so please you should give this spinner also some way to display it. Check please the speech viewer. You see alert loading, so the user understands there is a loading. Automatically this span, when it disappears, the user also will get informed that already here. So you can see now alert loading and disappearing. Let's do something for Bootstrap users. You can see we have the span here. I'm just like, if I uncommented, the span has a role. Sorry, it was a mistake. The span here has a role of status because this is the status, what's going on the page. It's loading. Now save this one, Ctrl S, and let's go to the browser. And when we refresh it, we should find the status of loading appearing here by itself. So that's how you implement the span. Already this span will be under some condition appearing to the screen. So we explained together, we surfaced how to make your modal content accessible for screen reader. Dynamic content also are very important information the user should be aware of, how you can make them also screen reader friendly. So we will stop here. See you next time to explain how we can make our input field, checkbox group, radio groups to be screen reader friendly. Until then, see you there. Bye bye.